Hey Journey More, today I'm going to be showing you how to sharpen a pocket knife. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and let's jump in.
Hey now, take a step outside and seize the day now.
I use the benchmade guided sharpener because this is all that you'll really ever need. If you're somebody like me who uses a knife maybe once a day, maybe only for when you go out and you're hiking, camping, those things, you're probably only ever going to need this. The benchmade sharpener has both a coarse and a fine side. Then it's got a rod that can be switched between fine, coarse, and then you can sharpen fishing hooks on this edge. And then on the back, this is the last piece, is the leather strop. So this is going to do everything that anybody will really ever need. Both the fine and the coarse edges can come off and be replaced over time, and so I really like the versatility of this just because I can pretty much have this for the rest of my life because I can just switch out as I need. The coarse side is going to take a lot more off your blade. So if your blade is damaged, if you use it a lot and it just dulls out super quick, that's probably when you're going to want to use the coarse. From there, you're going to go to the fine. The fine is taking off less of your blade, and so that's just refining it down more and more to that sharp edge. And then the same thing with the rod. If you're using the rod for the coarse or the fine, again, the coarse is going to take more off, the fine is going to take less off. So you move from the stone to the rod because the rod is going to refine even more than the stone does. And then when you move to the leather strop, this is going to take off even less, refine even more. There's guides on every side of this sharpener, which is going to keep your blade at the angle that it needs to be. So for most pocket knives, you want something right around that 20-degree angle. And that's what these guides are. As you can see, that knife is being held at that 20-degree angle, so you want it to stay at that angle as you go across. And then same thing with the rod. You're going to stay at this angle as you place it here on the guide. You're going to stay at that angle as you go across. The leather strop is the opposite way. You're going to stay at this guided degree here, and you're just going to pull that across. So when I'm sharpening my knife, I'm going to hold it here with the handle, and then blade actually goes into the stone. So I'm going to put it on the guide here, and then I'm going to keep it at that 20-degree angle, and I'm going to pull it across here. That way every bit of the blade gets touched. I'm going to do about 5 to 10 strokes depending on how dull my blade is on each side. So I've done 5 on this side, so I'm going to flip it over to this side of the blade, and I'm going to do the same thing, that 20-degree angle, and go across here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here to the rod, refine it even more. I'm going to make sure it's on that fine edge there. I'm going to place it on my guide, and then again, I'm just going to come across here. About 5 on each side. Then to finish it off, just to make sure this is as sharp as I can get it, I'm going to place it on the leather guide here, and then I'm going to pull against the leather. And I'm going to do this, but I'm actually going to alternate every side. So I'm going to do about 10 swipes across, but I'm going to alternate each time. And again, I'm going to come across here. I always try to make sure that the blade is going away from me, just to ensure that I don't get cut. Over time, you'll really learn that angle and you won't really need the guide. It'll just be muscle memory. We'll take that blade across. This is gonna work for every pocket knife. I've got a Gerber, I've got a Kershaw that I really love. This blade I've used it for about 6 months now and it's still wickedly sharp. And then like my Swiss Army, I'll do the same thing with the blade in here. With the scissors, with these smaller blades, I would just resort to using the rod and not actually even use the plates. Just use the rod and then maybe the leather strop. Make sure when you're using the leather strop, never pull into the leather because you're just gonna cut it. That's why you always want to pull the back of the blade up. So there you have it. That's how you sharpen a pocket knife on the benchmade sharpener. I really like this sharpener. I think it's a great one to have because it will do everything that you need it to do. If you're interested in this sharpener or any of these 3 knives, I'll leave a link in the description below to all of them. That'll take you to those products. You can purchase that for yourself and have this to make sure that your knives always stay sharp. So make sure you like the video, subscribe to our channel. We'd love for you to be a part of the Journey More community. Check out our other videos if you haven't already. We'd love for you to come journey more with us, and we'll see you next time.